Stay tuned for another episode of Life in Chaos.
Hola.
To Life in Chaos. I am Jennifer, and with me I have
Kelly.
and
Chaos.
Anne. Wow. Ooh, I like that. Life and chaos. Okay. So I will say this.
Well, it is that she is what brings it
together. Yeah. She's the and to our Life in Chaos. Okay. So lifeandchaospodcast.com is no longer. That's what that smell is.
She just threw it at me. No, it fell.
Over here.
It bounced off my foot to go that way. It fell. I'm sorry.
It'll smell me.
You shouldn't. They're brand new. Got them with a gift card.
What are they?
A6.
They're shit. Oh yeah. So Life and Chaos podcast is no longer. Sorry, y'all. Not sorry. So if you ever want to reach
The
us,
podcast is still there.
Well,
the
website,
is
website.com. .com is
Website.com?
Website.com. But if
I wonder if anybody has that as a web address.
That's actually
Let's check it.
That. But if you ever want to reach out to us, it is lifeandchaospodcast@gmail.com. What did we say? Website? No. But it says website.com. You can have free website, domain name, web hosting. Holy shit. Oh my God. I might have to look at this. Except I'm like, oh wow, this is so cool. Okay.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Holy hell. Okay, well, we created something new.
A monster.
I want it, I say. Yes, ma'am. Are you stuck now?
She's trying to find some normal in this room.
There's no normal in here. Have you met Elizabeth and myself?
I just didn't know if we had a topic.
I love that she threw me under the bus first there. Have you met?
I live with her.
Yes. Yes, we do have a topic today. And our topic today is what will life look like 10 years from now? So in our last episode, we went to 1996. Now we're going to
26. No.
Whoa, math is not math. We are going to 2036.
Yes.
Where I will be 10 years older.
All of us will.
Will we? I don't know.
We may not act it. We may be dead, but we'll still be 10 years old.
I'm thinking will Life in Chaos podcast be around for 10 years?
Maybe.
That's a long time.
It's a lot of fun. So
it is a lot of fun. Oh, my knees hurt. My kids will be 10 years older. Huh.
Yeah, my kid would be 10 years older.
My kids will be in their teens. Holy fuck. Me.
Approaching 30.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm stuck. So last night, I was telling Alice, oh my God, we haven't almost, where did that go? And then the other day he got on the scale. The shit's over, right? He got on the scale because I was testing something because I went to the doctor and the doctor scale with my shoes and clothes on was the exact same number as my scale at home with no clothes on. Make that shit make sense. So I was trying to make sure that I wasn't tripping, but my son is almost 100 pounds. And I was like, boy, you can almost sit in the front seat. And he was like, can I? I was like, no, no, you cannot. I'm not ready for that.
It's whichever happens latest, 100 pounds or 13.
He's not going to sit in the front seat for a long time. He may not sit in the front seat until he's driving. Okay. And not my car. Anywho, 10 years from now, what does that look like? Do we know? Trump will be dead. Oh, I mean, yes, I hope it does look like retirement. That's
less clutter, less dust.
Where will we be? Less pollution, maybe?
Oh, I was just talking about inside my house.
Damn. Okay. What will your life look like? What will matter to you then that maybe doesn't necessarily matter as much right now?
We'll be done paying for college, hopefully.
And I will be going into paying for college.
You will have already started.
I would have already started, but he already told me he doesn't want to go to college. He wants to go to trade school. So I'm hoping that my daughter told me she wants to be a police officer. Jesus, Lord, help me. We may have to move to overseas where they actually get proper police training and have to go to school for it to be I'd rather that.
Or let her
than this shit.
tell her to get a whatever degree and do FBI.
Or she could be, she could follow in her father's footsteps and work where, he works.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, ooh, she has a temper too. Oh, that would be amazing. We spend so much time thinking about the past and stressing about the present, but we don't always pause to imagine the future in a way that feels real.
I don't know about you, but I've been thinking about that for at least 20 years.
And that's the thing. It's like, what we knew of ourselves in 1996, we didn't think, or maybe we did, to save for the future. And now the future is here. How do we now save for the new future of high cost, of unexpected twists and turns, which always happens. It's called life. But
we're hoping our kid will find a place he likes outside of this country so that we can retire as
there. Yes.
an immigrant
Yes.
to
Yes.
country.
I agree. I like that. I honestly
Preferably on like small farm in a small town.
love continue to raise our children in a different country that is more about diversity, people, culture,
universal health care,
family. Yeah, all that. I did ask my husband the other day. I said, "Can we both quit our jobs, find an island, and just raise our kids?"
I hear there's one that
I know there's one in Scotland.
I mean,
I saw something the other day that said you could move and live in Australia for free if you would take care of baby kangaroos.
them things are mean,
But free.
but mean.
But free.
Do you know what comes out of toilets in Australia?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to stick with me in my ass.
I already have fears of that.
Or them big ass.
But you know what doesn't have like poisonous snakes and stuff? New Zealand. They also have penguins. It's a good place. I'm moving there.
Okay, I can see New Zealand. Yeah,
They really don't like us though.
Maybe Canada. Iceland?
Canada would be good.
Greenland.
For a while, we were talking about Copenhagen, going to Denmark, but I don't know. Maybe Germany.
A lot of beer.
Can't really go to Africa because I'm not really one up there. Never mind.
Anywho,
I gotta find a better cultured country to live in. Why we don't think far ahead. I was thinking 10 years ahead. No. And most of us are already trying to manage today's responsibilities, Charlotte.
And there are a hell of a lot of us with PTSD that can't see it.
Mm-hmm. So thinking that far ahead feels overwhelming, and it's also powerful because it reminds you life doesn't stop where you are right now. And that's another thing that I love to say is people really need to start taking their being to you because your job will continue when you're gone.
Oh, not only that, but you may feel like you're the most important person at your job.
Nobody else feels you're that way.
But they will replace you in a heartbeat.
Yep. Yes, they will.
9 times out of 10 for less.
Yes. And dumber. Less money and fucking stupid. Your life will change more than you think. Here's something to sit with. 10 years ago, your life looked completely different than it does today. Facts. You had different priorities, a different mindset, and different challenges. And
different money.
Yay. And at that time, you probably couldn't fully imagine where you'd be now. And that's actually
different worlds.
Because 10 years ago, you're right, different money. Because 10 years ago, I was not making what I'm making.
And 10 years ago, we had the penny.
A year ago, we had the penny. And now I am in a space and place where I can properly provide, right? I can properly take care of my family. And, so why do we assume we know exactly the next 10 years will look like? Life has a way of shifting in ways we can't predict. Because if we could predict the future.
10 years ago, I was doing a hell of a lot better than I am now financially from just
10 years ago, I was still working full-time, making 4 times more than I make now.
I was making.
I know.
10 years ago, I also didn't have kids. All right. So what we think will matter versus what actually will. Right now, you may think, I just need to get through this phase. I just need to reach this goal. I just need to fix this one thing. But 10 years from now, you might look back and realize that wasn't the most important part. Because what tends to matter most over time is peace, health, relationship, time, and growth, not just achievements. My biggest thing for me that I want to ensure that I look at within these next 10 years is no. Um, she's like, have you ever gotten a call for a bee's nest? Child, no, that's not an emergency. Um, if you, is spending that quality time with my kids because, like I said, these last 9 years have gone by so fast.
Oh, yeah.
And even the 6 years, like my daughter's 6, like she was born 2 weeks before the world shut down. And so for me, um, okay, you figure it out. For me, I'm just like, how can I find more time to spend with them? That I don't lose this time because before I know it, I'm paying for college or I'm
Yeah.
sending them off to whatever. I don't know. 10 years, he'll be 19. 10 years, she'll be 6. 10 years, my husband will be 63.
Yeah, he's 2 years younger than me.
I'll be gearing up for my 60th birthday party. Maybe I'll go live on a boat. Maybe I'll be a lifer.
Live on the cruise line?
Yes, a cruise line lifer.
Do that, not because I don't like cruises, but because there isn't the regulations that need to be in place anymore, and they're giant floating petri dishes.
That's true.
Nerover.
That's true. And then I'm pretty sure because they're all a bunch of old people, there's probably a whole sea of chlamydia.
Yeah, probably.
Syphilis?
Syphilis.
Gonorrhea?
Plague.
Shingles.
It's not funny.
No, but
No, it's not. My husband had it 3 times back to back. This shit was awful. The power of small decisions. The next 10 years won't be shaped by one big moment. They'll be shaped by small, consistent decisions. Things you chose daily, how you spend your time, who you surround yourself with. Kelly and Elizabeth. What you prioritize. This podcast. And what you tolerate. This podcast. That's what builds your future. Not one perfect decision, but small mini ones. Many small ones. Small mini ones. Very small ones.
So I know we're saying that we're thinking about this from a
Free for all. Go for it.
from a emotional and growth perspective, but fuck it. Think about your financial future.
Please. Yes.
No one's covering you anymore.
No.
I have a question.
I have an answer. Maybe.
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe I don't.
If
Our listeners might.
then maybe. Okay, if they shut down Social Security, Medicare, all that, like they take it away, can we sue them? Because we have put money into that. We are owed.
So
We have lived on the guarantee that we will be covered when we hit certain ages.
So,
Like, how does that work? Anybody born after X point?
considering the fact that he has less than 2 years, he's gonna keep the bucket. Or his bucket will be kicked.
Yeah.
One of the two.
If it keeps going,
I'm hoping that
somebody will
somebody
reverse
will
it.
step in and
Well, I'm pretty sure they will because
So-
it will affect them too, right?
I think historically,
Mm-hmm.
we are experiencing the largest abandoning of ship
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
of
Yeah.
Republican
Mm-hmm.
people
Mm-hmm.
since the Great Depression.
I can't wait till Bonnie has to testify
Yeah.
because she begged for her job.
What happened after the Great
Sit.
Depression?
What'd you say?
Do you know what happened after the Great Depression?
Revitalization?
Which is where we got Social Security, which is where we got
Sorry, Jennifer and I were like on the same, like,
what?
Yeah.
wait, I got nothing. I don't know what he did. I wasn't there.
Hey, it's a good thing to know.
Well, I don't need to know it now. I can just look it up.
We can goggle it.
I need my goggles to do that.
I mean,
That's
we can
only
always
if
go back to
Goggle is
encyclopedia.
sending you the actual
the actual
information.
information. I think I take my chances on microfiche coming to the library. It's a lost art form. Speaking of lost art form, so we had this meeting and we had to bring something from home for the meeting, and I'm a smart ass and I brought seasoning. Because I said season is the last our fault. I was in a room of very non-seasoned people. It was hilarious. But anyhow. So, anyways, we're gonna trust, what if you trusted the process? What if you took Kelly's advice and you studied your finances? Hello, you could be rich, bitch. What if
The reality is,
Yeah.
even if you've been good all along
Mhm,
and you have, your 7 figures saved,
mhm.
It's still not going to be enough.
you still need like triple that now.
Yes, you do.
And so, part of me feels like this period of my life is teaching me how to manage on a shoestring budget so that I can survive that.
Can I say something? I just realized something. You're wearing a belt.
Yeah.
That's a big win. That's great.
I always wear a belt with these
No, you
jeans that fall off.
She has it
Well, you
more.
also have your shirt tucked in. You usually have your shirt out, or you have a hoodie on.
She usually has a hoodie on.
And I never see your waist. But she has a belt on. I'm very happy. Sorry, girl. What? You wear a.
Excuse me?
Excuse me.
She wears a belt all the time.
Yeah.
I know.
Otherwise my pants fall down. Do you know how embarrassing it is to cross from the parking lot to the grocery store and have your pants fall down? It's very embarrassing.
Sounds like you're talking from experience.
Maybe.
Hypothetically.
That's when you have the underwear on to say I love my wife. I thought those were out. What if instead of trying to control every outcome, you trusted that? Say. She got T-Rex. You trusted that you'll adapt when things change and you'll grow into whatever comes next. Oh boy. All right. Well, 10 years from now, your life will look different.
Our life will look the same.
I'll still be short.
I was going to say she's still going to have the same sense of humor as a 12-year-old boy.
And that's fine.
Which is all good.
It's all great. Great and gravy. I just hope in 10 years that I'm still married. That
Children are healthy.
children are healthy. I'm healthy. He's healthy. We're all happy, healthy,
Wealthy and wise.
There you go. And on that note, I love you.
And good night.
Thank you for listening to Life in Chaos. Please email us with any questions, suggestions, or if you want to be part of the show, lifeinchaospodcast@gmail.com.